All right, what do we got this week, Jay?
So I went with video game movie franchises. Criteria, it had to be theatrical release, it had to be live action, and more than one movie.
Oh, look at you coming in with criteria. I love it. I love it.
You
Hey, man,
didn't
it's
say
like
the
movie
list.
in the
Okay. Okay, one thing. So are we voting on the video game themselves or the movies?
The movies.
Okay.
The movies, yes.
That would have been better clarification in the title there.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's
told
your
that.
fault or Chris's fault, but
He just said video game franchises to me.
Is that what I put in there?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, my bad, my
Jesus.
bad, my bad.
Okay, so video
Well,
game
I thought
movie
I put movies
franchise.
in there. My bad.
Okay, movie franchises
Yeah.
for video games. Gotcha.
So for me, this comes down to oh man.
This one's actually kind of easy for me, I think.
All right, well then go ahead, Chris, kick it off.
There hasn't been a Mortal Kombat movie I've liked. I'm gonna go with Mortal Kombat off of there. I haven't even seen the Sonic movies yet, but but the Mortal Kombat movies are just not enjoyable for me. That can go.
Who wants next?
I'll go next. Tomb Raider's going nowhere just because of
Angelina?
Angelina Jolie. Mortal Kombat staying. I really enjoy Sonic, surprisingly. I think Resident Evil overdid it with too many. I think the more they did, the more they took away from the franchise. So I'm gonna go Resident Evil. Got to go.
The only clearest adaptation of any video game that turned into movie was Sonic. Sonic feels like I was actually playing the game on their action scenes. But the one that got to go for me here is Resident Evil. I am one of the big Resident Evil fans as a gamer, but those movies were nothing like the video game were. They just took the license and did whatever they want to do with it. For the main character to be somebody that's not even in the game, they just took it and just threw it over the ship.
Well, I mean, Mortal Kombat did with the last movie, the newest movie that they put out. They had the main character wasn't in the game, but it was a setup to have him in the game for the new one.
But at least it was Mortal Kombat. Resident Evil wasn't Resident Evil.
That's true.
And some
That's
of the
true.
movies, they weren't.
The first Mortal Kombat movie was like age-wise in that it was so cheesy, it was good. Like to me, it fit into the kung fu esque as far as movies go. Like some of them are so bad that they're actually good.
I was thinking of the worst to put as a list, but there were so many bad games that
the second Mortal Kombat movie, not this newest one, but the second
Annihilation.
one, that was terrible.
Oh, that was bad. That jumped the gun for that.
Yeah. But this last Mortal Kombat movie, I went to the theaters and watched it. Like I was excited for it and I enjoyed it. Because I went in knowing like it was what it was. So I wasn't expecting, to be over the moon. But I feel like I got my money's worth there in that theater.
I wasn't expecting to be over the moon, but man, for me, that movie just wasn't good at all.
Yes, it was. That was carried by Shang Tsung. That actor is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For me, I'm kicking Resident Evil off this list. That's just like I can't even sit through. Like, no. And Tomb Raider isn't much better, but I got to give it to Jay. You got Angelina out there swinging around on vines. Pause. Yeah, I'll stick with that.
I think that her first movie kind of gave video game movies a whole new life and franchise in Hollywood.
For Resident Evil, the second movie, Apocalypse, was probably the closest adaptation to a video game. But after that, it completely just...
I enjoyed 1 and 2. And then
1 was okay. Man, 1 was a little shaky, but at least it dealt with something, 2 was the best. Then
you added that title in the post, Chris. Over the whole thing about it.